Cute. A better idea than ingesting bleach. We're truly living in an Onion article. Don't even know, man. Don't even know. Yeah, just focus on Starcraft. Not think about real world consequences. And my kid is being cute. Game number 1. I believe we're in the quarterfinals now. In the top left is the red Protoss. It is MaNa. In the bottom right, setting on an SCV. Oh, you. Oh, you. It is Liquid uThermal, a good old-fashioned team Liquid kill. So popular back in the days of MLG. Kind of, became less popular, especially when TeamLiquid guys weren't necessarily doing very well, but there weren't too many new pickups. You know, Tasia had retired, Hero had left, that type of stuff. Coming back again, though. They picked up new people. Everyone on their team seems to be doing pretty well. Certainly can make it far in a qualifier. I think TLO might actually already be out, but still a lot of the TeamLiquid guys left, either here in the winner's bracket or in the loser's bracket. Hearthstone, I believe, is still alive, too. But yeah, because they got, I would say mostly because they picked up really cool, good players. But these guys are actually old pickups, aren't they? And they're still the farthest, so good job to them. Top 3 of the bracket does advance on to the main event, but that's going to be played out tomorrow. And top 3 is also not as simple as it sounds because there's a lower bracket. So even if they make it to the round of 4, they're not safe at all, right? Top 3, not top 4. And then they have a loser's bracket to play through. And then I think they also play out the top 3 for seeding, which is not something that tournaments, I would say, usually do, but they do in this one. Pylon on the low ground, MaNa obviously scouting what's going on, although not with the fastest scouts. Actually, it may have been. It might have been. The probe's just been chilling there. That's why. Didn't leave. Just chilling. Let's see if there's a factory on the way. If this is a proxy barracks or not, but, well, it's 2 proxy barracks. It's the Marine opener, not the proxy Reaper. I'm trying to get at.
Thank you for your monetary support.
Oh, thank you so much, Tofu Pup. I like your name. We're gonna have tofu tonight. Zealot's gonna die! Probe not gonna die! Keep saving the probes. Still not done with. MaNa knows how dedicated this is. He might be thinking, why the hell do you have a gas? This is actually, because I was thinking the same thing, but a tech lab had been added. And he's gonna go into Marauders and Marauders slow, so this is a bit of a mix-up on the usual. If you do a Reaper, it's 1 barracks. If you do Marauders, right from the get-go, it's 2 barracks, but yeah, usually right from the get-go. Oh my god, he's so desperate to kill that SCV. He's actually going to sacrifice a stalker for it. It also scouts the Marauder, I suppose, but ooh, sacrificing a stalker? I guess worth it. It's the last SCV he's going to have over here. Anyways, you do Marine all in, it's like 3 or 4 barracks, right? Just blitzing up the ramp. But this is like a combination of like the Marine and Marauder. So, literally, that's what we both have. Marauder slow is done. I want to try and target on top of the stalker so he can take it out of the equation, which is exactly what he does. Second gateway finishes up. Oh, he actually loses the tag. Forced to cancel the shield battery, but second gateway's here. Guess we need the shield battery more, so loses the stalker, and I think that might be maybe too much damage. It is, yeah. Stalker's going to go down here, and that's going to be it. Too many probes lost. uThermal still mining back at home. He's got an orbital. He's still producing from the 2 barracks. He got a factory on the way. This is... I feel like it's too much damage to take, but MaNa disagrees. He loses 12 probes, which only puts him down by 3, plus a null. His shield battery does finish. And 2 stalkers are on the way, so I guess the game isn't over, but it feels like uThermal has... The world is his oyster. MaNa, the world is like a... I don't know about seafood to give an analogy. It's not an oyster. That's what. He's a bit more pinned back than uThermal is, who's getting a command center, has a factory, kind of the ultimate safety production facility for Terrans. So I don't see how MaNa pulls this back, but the game is not over yet. Tofu Pup says, thanks for all the years of Starcraft 2 content. Thank you. I appreciate being appreciated. Is the clap bot on? No, because there's a delay. Double Robo is a response? Whoa. Okay. I don't know what he was thinking with that, but kind of an odd ending. It was proxied. I didn't get to show it before I left the game, but it was even in proxy. Maybe the proxy was found, that's why he tapped out. That was fun. Yeah, I think, you know, that snowball effect that happens. If he had gotten the SCV with the first wave of, you know, the Zealot and the Probes, if you got both SCVs, then it's not as big of a deal. He saves up one Stalker instead of having to sacrifice it, killing the SCV. Then if he has two Stalkers, he can buy more time to build the shield battery, and the shield battery finishes. It stops the Stalker from dying to getting slowed, like... Butterfly effect. MaNa gets a little cheesed out. That's fine. That happens. On to Nightshade. Whoever wins this would be in the round of 4, but would have to face probably Raynor. Raynor vs. Goblin into game 2, but I'm not sure who won the first game. Bottom right of Nightshade, it is the red Protoss MaNa. And top left, once again, sending an SCV out. It is the blue Terran uThermal. Going for that TeamLiquid kill. Going for the T-Rex, once again. And MaNa... Okay, so he didn't Pylon Scout last game. Alright. Pylon Scouting might give him the opportunity to find the proxy and try and kill at least one of the SCVs building the barracks. I don't think you can kill 2. The only way you can get the barracks to stop being proxied entirely is to, like, scout with the probe for the proxy immediately, which is dangerous, because what if you scout the wrong location? But a gateway probe scout, I don't think you get that same opportunity. I mean, you still get notified. Like, mentally you can be more prepared. You can obviously not get a Nexus. That's a big part of being prepared, but yeah, you don't get the opportunity to kill the SCVs. An expired oyster. Yeah, I should have said that. If the world is an oyster, world is your oyster is a good thing because pearls can be found in oysters. I don't know. Then a bad thing would be an expired oyster. For sure. MaNa obviously sees no barracks, knows that he's in trouble. I think he already kind of knew that Cybernetics Core was, I believe, already timed out to, you know, preparing. He wasn't going to get an Nexus anyways. Zealot also kind of seems that way too. Immediately Corona boosted as well. Enough time to buy a second Zealot too. Like, I think he figured it was going to happen, and then it happened. So it was like, oh, great, I made all the right moves. Cybernetics Core is going to finish up, immediately going to a Stalker. Probe's going to once again keep tabs on how fast a transition could happen. And also seeing that gas, again, confirms that it's going to be the Marauder transfer, which might have surprised him last game, but it's not going to surprise him this game. But overall, going to tell him that it's not just going to be a blitz and he either loses or wins. uThermal actually has a potential plan of... Well, macro is a strong word, but the next phase. MaNa trying to go for the low ground defense again might actually be there. Oh no, he gets both SCVs! I take everything back. I was gonna say, last game he tried to go for the low ground defense too, and it just didn't work out, but getting both SCVs is actually so different. It's I can't even quantify it, how different it is to stop that bunker. And, like, MaNa, I feel just, like, showed how different it is by just grabbing a Nexus. I mean, a really bold thing to do, but I think he's right. Without the Nexus... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Shield battery goes down. Generally, you don't think the shield battery is going to be targeted, but that was a good target there by uThermal. But still, I believe with the bunker not being able to be... Oh! He brought in a third SCV. But the Stalker survived. The shield battery is going to finish, and while this seems like maybe potentially go the other way again, no, MaNa does stabilize. Okay, yeah. So much worse when the SCV gets targeted. Much worse when the shield battery gets up on the natural. Both things that MaNa was unable to do in the last game. Just barely, but he wasn't able to do it, so... This is where we see how powerful this build can be if it's basically completely shut down. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that it's not that powerful. It's tough. It's tough, yeah, to keep up pacing-wise with the Protoss who has those 2 Nexus. Protection all around, too, with 2 shield batteries, not even just 1. And MaNa continuing to feel so confident, not just getting a Nexus about as soon as possible as you can versus this build. He's also grabbing a Twilight Council instead of, like, a Robo. You know, if you're really terrified of what the next phase of the Terran's plan is, you think Immortal, right? Because even if they're going up to a starport back at home, it'd be a long time for that. And hey, you need an Observer, because it's probably Banshees. But the immediate threat is, like, units on the ground. You would think Immortal. But MaNa's like, I think I can hold. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to go into a Dark Shrine. Is that actually the best thing he can do? Big question. If uThermal realizes it's a Dark Shrine, then the Dark Shrine becomes not a kill move, it becomes harassment. And if it's just harassment and uThermal doesn't take any damage from harassment, then the game actually isn't so bad for him. As opposed to like, I don't know, like a 4-gate Robo War Prism thing. Where it, you know, pretty much just ends the game or not. I'm actually... I wish I could be excited for this Dark Shrine, but I don't know, man. Of course, what are the chances that uThermal's thinking he's going to go into a Dark Shrine? He's got to be thinking more like, I'm pressuring him. He won't possibly do something technology-based, but that's what's happening. He's still producing 2 probes at a time, too. Like, 5 sockets and 2 shield batteries. Pretty strong defense against a bio army that wasn't very big. Now it's actually kind of sizable, but doesn't have combat shields or stim. Okay, now it has combat shields. But doesn't have stim. And it'd be really funny if he got stim. He might actually be able to get stim. It's not the question of his barracks being taken down, it's the question of, can he afford to? Especially now that he's gonna have to worry about keeping scans against the DTs. Oh, he scans! He scans the nat. That is actually a really random scan. I'm actually not sure why he scanned. Because that was like an evacuation scan. That was like, should I have left? Yeah, I should have left. But it sees the DT. So whatever, man. It was a great scan. He's building an engineering bay. He already was, it felt like. Again, just predicting each other. He can bring SCVs, try and build a turret. So that is a very bold thing to do. MaNa sees the SCVs. I think he knows what the plan is. Ooh, engineering bay in the natural? That could be targeted. I don't know if it'd be a great target, but it could be. uThermal going for their push here. MaNa, all those resources going into a Dark Shrine and a Dark Templar aren't helpful back here at home. The shield batteries are, the Guardian Shield is, but he doesn't have enough to actually bust through this army, and uThermal is going to finish a missile turret. The DT does get into the main base, but I mean, even if it kills a bunch of SCVs, I don't see him defending against this push. He's going to have 2 scans available for quite some time. Actually, yeah, indefinitely. He saved all of his scan energy. uThermal actually did predict this. He has so much scan energy. I feel like he was just already thinking this would happen. Man. What a wild ride this game was. What weird. GG. uThermal 2-0's MaNa. With some cheese. And moves on to the round of 4. We'll probably be facing Raynor.